Hello. Fuck. You. Stupid PlayStationers that shut at every video, I swear. Hey guys, it's JackTSS, my best friend ever. Kabuto the Furry likes to call me. And today, I just got out of the shower. And for some reason, every time I get out of the shower, I feel like making a video. Never ever any other time. But every time I get out of the shower, I'm like, I feel like making a video. And half the time I don't. But this time I am. Also, my hair's going to be a little fucked because I just got out of the shower like 10 minutes ago. But one more thing, my bad if I speak weirdly. I have this fucking problem with my tongue. I don't know what it is, but like when I speak, it hurts after a little bit, and it kind of after a little while makes my voice have a little bit of a lisp. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's probably going to go away in a couple of weeks, but don't mind that throughout the storytelling. But okay, phone. But what we're getting into today is a story I wrote when I was 12 years old. A Dragon Ball knockoff. Well, not really. I kind of came up with my own ideas and my own story. But it's pretty much a Dragon Ball knockoff. I took a lot of the ideas from Dragon Ball, but I also partially had my own shit in there. But I wrote this when I was 12 years old. This was a long time before my first ever Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 roleplay. Yo, when I was younger, I was into making my own Dragon Ball stories when I was a little kid. Even though this is kind of a completely different thing. This is my own show, I guess. This is not a There's not really much I could do about it. I just got out of the shower. If it looks like shit, whatever. It's just a YouTube video. It's seen by hundreds of people. But this story I wrote when I was 12 years old. This was a long time before any Xenoverse 2 roleplay. I already said that. So I was always kind of into the story writing kind of thing, and that's really how I got here on YouTube. So I figured I'd read it to you. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be bad. I haven't read this in years. If you guys like it, tell me if you want me to read Chapter 2. There's actually 6 chapters of this. I'm going to read Chapter 1 in this video. If it's good, and if you guys just want to see what happens next, I'll make a couple more videos just finishing the story for you guys. But let's jump into this stupid story. I don't know how good it's going to be. I don't know how bad it's going to be. Let's see. Alright, reading Chapter 1 for the first time in years. The Tale of Weikai is the title. I don't think I said that before. Chapter 1, How It Came to Be. In this Dragon Ball ripoff. 9 years after the death of his family, Weikai continues a life alone in the woods. He lives alone in the wilderness with only animals to keep him company. It all started 9 years ago. Weikai's family possessed a very rare and valuable golden watch. This had the attention of a dangerous and villainous army. This army planned to murder presidents, mayors, and kings. This army looked to rule the world. The name of this army, the Blue Baron Army, which is a ripoff of obviously the Red Ribbon Army from Dragon Ball, and obviously Weikai living in the woods when he was a little kid, ripoff of Goku. I just fucking changed it from Red Ribbon to Blue Baron. That's amazing. Before they got anywhere though, they started off as poor robbers. One day, a member of the army spotted the father of Weikai. Deki was the name of the father that I gave him. I wrote that pretty poorly, but whatever. He noticed something around the wrist of Deki. It looked very valuable. This member of the army, though, couldn't steal the watch out in the open, for it was a public area, and they would have been arrested. So, the army member secretly followed Deki home. He waited a few hours after the man entered his house. During that time, he called the other army members. Once they arrived, the Blue Baron Army just waited. At 3 a.m., they assumed their family was asleep. The door then was slammed open, only waking Weikai's older sister, Midori. She quickly found out what was going on and ran to alert Deki and Weikai's mother, Aki. I made all of these names by Google translating random words when I was 12. Because I'm cool. But at their bedroom door, Midori saw the army with a bloody knife in one of the soldiers' hands, and both of her parents on the ground. Midori was traumatized and terrified. The army then continued their search for the watch in the house. The army didn't notice Midori in the other room. 7-month-old infant Weikai laid sleeping. Midori picked up Weikai and ran out of the house. Right before she left, however, Midori grabbed her father's golden watch. After this, she sprinted to a nearby airport to take her and her little brother to safety. The army, though, soon figured out that the watch was not in the house and returned to headquarters. Their master, Akuma, I made this name when I was 12, and it's also the main villain of Jinx's series, Aeon, which is cool. Their master, Akuma, was waiting for them. "You have the watch, correct?" says Akuma. One of the soldiers says, "Well, not exactly, sir. We searched the house and we found nothing." Akuma replied by saying, "I know." "How?" says an army member in shock. "I know why he knows," says the soldier who spotted the watch in the first place. "How?" say the other soldiers. The soldiers, whose name is Venom, says, "Well, Lord Akuma sent me with a microchip, which can be tracked by a radar. While the man who had the watch wasn't looking, I shot the microchip onto the watch with a slingshot. So Lord Akuma knows where it is right now. He can track it." The soldiers then ask, "Lord Akuma, is this true?" Akuma says, "Yes. Right now it is headed in the direction of a local airport. You can have the radar to know where you're going. Get the watch now." "Yes, sir," the soldiers respond. Meanwhile, Midori reaches the airport. Though she only has enough money to purchase one ticket, she takes a risk and decides to sneak Weikai onto the plane. She succeeds, and together they traveled to the United States. Though, the army members spotted the plane with Midori. The radar showed the army where the watch was, and they found the plane. The Blue Baron army then launched an RPG. It hits the plane. Midori and all of the other passengers are terrified, somehow alive. Midori clutches her brother close and does something. She looks at him and puts the golden watch around Midori looks at her brother and puts the golden watch around his wrist. She says to him, "I pray that you will survive, myself included. I love you, Weikai. I know that I will see you again. I'm sorry that it had to end this way." The fuck do you mean I know that it'll see you again, but I'm sorry that it'll have to end this way? You're saying it's ending, but you also say that you know you're gonna see him again. What was I thinking, man? Oh, snap notification. The plane then crashes. Weikai then spends the next 9 years of his life raised by animals, like Goku. Midori somehow survives as well. After the plane crash, she looks for her brother. She looks for many years. After constant failure, she gave up on him, assuming that he was dead. The Blue Baron army gave up on their search of the Golden Watch and moved on with their lives. During the time span of 9 years, the Blue Baron army technically ruled over Japan. They slaughter and stole from many people. They are feared by everyone and cannot be stopped. Midori had led quite a few armies into battle. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, Midori has... Alright, so basically that line, Midori has, like, taken the role of a bunch of other armies and to try to stop the Blue Baron army. She devoted her life to stop the Blue Baron army, but after many failures, it looks like they cannot be stopped until they meet Weikai. And that's the end of Chapter 1. There's Chapters 2 through 6 I can still read. There's a lot of twists and turns in the story. I'm starting to remember a lot of it. If you guys want me to make a video reading Chapter 2, just let me know. I'll do that gladly. This is a little... I mean, not this series. This story that I wrote when I was fucking 12 is a little bit better than I thought it was, even though it's a Dragon Ball ripoff. But I got Chapter 2 that I could read next time. And if you want it, like the video and leave a comment down below saying that you want me to read Chapter 2. But I've been JackTSS, in famous words of my best friend in the world, Kabuto the Furry. And that's been it for me. Thank you all for watching. I applaud you for sitting through. I've been JackTSS Saint, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later, Saints!